Hey guys, so I got a haircut. I chopped off 5 inches off my hair. Can you tell? It was like this long and now it's like, I feel like so much lighter. Like a huge weight has been just literally taken off. And that is largely why I got this haircut. And I also wanted to support a small business owner, Jin Hee, who I think you've met many times through my videos, and also because I am starting a new job and I felt like this hairstyle was more appropriate and actually easier for me to maintain. So, big announcement, I am starting a new job with the city of Torrance. I'll be working full-time for Torrance City Cable, which is the local TV station here in my hometown, my neighborhood. It's gonna be a big change. I actually started working as a volunteer and then as part-time, and I just wanted to be useful in my community as a storyteller. And I've gotten to know so many wonderful people there, and especially during the pandemic as I was working with them, alongside them, going through the same emotions, fear of not knowing what the heck's going on, commitment to helping deliver, the most up-to-date news stories about facts, about community-related things. We just bonded and I just had a really fun time. And then an opportunity opened up to work there full time. If you told me 10 years ago this is where my life would end up, I would say, no, I don't think so. But I also didn't think I would get married. And I also didn't think it would be okay for me to feel like it's okay to settle down. I was always like on the run. I was kind of homeless because every couple of years I'd have to renew my work contract. So my friends from Fort Myers, Flagstaff, Phoenix, Dallas, when I met you, I said something along the lines of, it's great to meet you. We'll be great friends. But guess what? In a couple of years, I am out of here because when my contract ends, I am off to a bigger and better place. I was such a brat. And I also was very ambitious about wanting to keep jumping, jumping, jumping. And at the end of it all, especially after I dealt with my domestic violence situation, you know what I discovered? Like, jumping to somewhere just for work, it's not worth it for me anymore. I saw people like Ann Curry, who was my biggest role model, and she jumped all the way to network news in New York, and guess what happened? Just Google it. That's what happened. She got screwed over. And her career just ended abruptly in that sense of her achieving the ultimate dream. I don't want that for myself. And it's funny because along the way, I talked to so many of my mentors who were older and wiser and in bigger cities most of the times. And they told me, if you have a choice between fulfilling your personal life like dreams and like doing something that's the next step professionally, go with the personal one. And I was so surprised. I thought they were my work mentors. I thought they would say something like, go chase that job, your man will come after, or something like that. But they were like, no, if you find the man of your dreams, you go for that first. And I remembered that their advice, and I don't regret at all getting married and deciding to settle down. Now, LA is not a bad place to settle down. And here in Torrance, I mean, I live in like, I call it a Pleasantville bubble because it's just a nice, quiet suburb. And I love the diversity here. I love that we have multiple Korean markets and restaurants, and this is my home. I definitely have moments where I feel stuck, as I've shared multiple times, and that's why I travel so much, and I hope to continue traveling. But when this job opportunity came up, it just reminded me of like, oh my gosh, was I building up to this in this weird way? Because in Dallas, Fort Worth, if you remember, I spent a large chunk of my time covering Irving and Grand Prairie, which were smaller communities within this giant, North Texas community. So I was in like little smaller communities where I lived there, and I like, checked in with a school schools and the police department and the fire departments, and I just got to know everyone so much better than another local reporter would. Even in Phoenix, you know, I spent a good deal of time covering Flagstaff in northern Arizona, and I just developed a different type of bond with that smaller community within Phoenix and the greater metropolitan areas. And now I'm pretty much doing the same thing, you know? I'm in LA, but I live in this beautiful city called Torrance, and I get to be the storyteller for that community. That's what I've been doing, you know, and just building and building. And I'm just so grateful that even as I'm settling in this little corner of the universe, that opportunity just comes and I'm able to continue doing what I love. So I'm going to keep up my kimbap stuff. I mean, my channel and these videos are so like important to me because it's my window of opportunity to reach out to another survivor or to just other people who I can just talk to, you know, that's outside of Torrance maybe, and who cares about the types of topics that I want to cover. And so I'm going to keep that up. I'm also going to continue working alongside DKNY as long as I could be of help to them in terms of creating content that empowers women and getting to try on their fun clothes. I'm also continuing to work with law enforcement to train detectives, you know, new law enforcement personnel who are trained to help people affected by domestic violence, sexual assault, human trafficking. So in some weird way, like my dream job, it kind of evolved. And it's partly become me being my own boss. It's partly become me being integrated into the city where I live and helping to shape its programming. And it's me getting opportunities to partner with brands and law enforcement agencies and just other entities that care about serving and empowering women. Yeah, I couldn't have written this in my 10-year plan. Back in high school, I was like, Palm Springs, San Diego, LA. I would like to be a news reporter, maybe get to network. You know what? Plans change, and that is absolutely okay. I don't know what your plan is for your life, and I don't know where in that roadmap you are, but I tore mine up a few years ago. When I became a domestic violence survivor, I said, you know what? This isn't going to work anymore. And I was lost for a while, but I'm finding my way back. And so can you if you are in a stage of your life where you might be feeling a little bit confused and maybe even discouraged. I hope this example of my broken life and of me trying to figure things out and just documenting it along the way encourages you to know that just because your plan A fails, don't call it fail, just because it changes, don't get sad about it. Maybe it's meant to change. Maybe better things are meant to come your way. And for that to happen, the life that you planned out for yourself needs to just kind of get thrown in the air a little bit. It'll all fall back into place. So stay encouraged, friends. Thanks for letting me share some thoughts with you. And I will see you again soon. Bye.